let's go ahead and call the Senate to order. Sergeant Arms will please secure the chamber doors. Members, please take your seats. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. President.
All right, members, today we have Rabbi Rachel Ackerman from Temple Shalom in Chevy Chase, Maryland, guest of the distinguished senator from the 18th District. Please rise for the invocation.
Senate President Ferguson, senators, thank you so much for having me here today, and my specific gratitude to Senator Waldstreicher for the wonderful invitation to join you in prayer this morning. Just a couple of days ago, on the Jewish calendar, we entered the Hebrew month of Shvat. On the Jewish calendar, each month, more or less, there's a holiday, and the holiday this month is Tu B'Shvat, literally the 15th of the month of Shvat, but it celebrates the birthday of the trees. In honor of this celebration, this morning I pray that you are each like trees. May you be like trees with roots that go deep, allowing you to stand strong on your own convictions. Except when you need to have shallow roots, roots that are tangled together with those around you, mixed up so that you can't always tell whose belongs to who, because you're all joined in a beautifully messy web. May you reach toward the sun, recognizing the brightness in the world around us. And may you extend your branches such that your leaves provide shade from what can harm. May your labor bear sweet fruits and sour fruits and nuts. May you embrace the rich diversity of the flowers and colors and saps that you each produce. May you change gracefully with the seasons, from the buds of winter to the flowers of spring, to the deep greens of summer to burnt oranges, browns, and yellows of fall. Be gentle with yourself as you change. Be gentle with those around you as they change as well. May your rings be plentiful, and may you nourish others so that their rings too will be plentiful. And when the rings give way and your branches fall or you fall, may you recognize that which decays returns to the earth and nurtures everything else in the forest. And allow your seeds to drop into the earth so that you will be the source of more trees in the times to come. Trees who you may not see grow to their greatest heights, but who exist because of you and who carry a bit of you in them. May you all be like trees, and let us say, Amen.
Chair recognizes the senator from Montgomery County.
Thank you, Mr. President. Rabbi Rachel Ackerman is my rabbi, and so I'm so excited and proud that she's here today. As many of you know, the highest joy in life is really to see the joy of your children, and to see Rabbi Ackerman interacting with my own children. They are in awe of her, not because of the power of the pulpit, but because of the power of her example. So on behalf of my children, and of course on behalf of the Senate of Maryland, I move that the rabbi's prayer be journalized this morning.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Senator. And without objection, for sure, we will journalize that wonderful message this morning. To the trees. It's wonderful. Thank you. All right. Has everyone recorded their presence today? If so, the clerk will take the call. With 41 members in the chamber and a quorum being present, the Senate of Maryland is now in session. Any introductions today? Actually, I believe we have a resolution. Are we ready? Do we have our guests? Let's recognize the senator from the 25th District.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, today we recognize a real jewel in Prince George's County in the state of Maryland. With 60 years of community involvement, Melwood has demonstrated its dedication to providing support and services to individuals with disabilities in our community. The breadth and depth of Melwood services through efforts such as job training, employment assistance, and other efforts for individuals with all abilities. They provide business services, veterans programs, and it really makes them an invaluable asset in our community. So today I want to thank them for their service to our residents in Prince George's County, to all communities in the state of Maryland, and ask Mr. President if the clerk could read the resolution.
The clerk will read the resolution in full.
Be it hereby known to all that the Senate of Maryland offers its sincerest congratulations to Melwood in recognition of your 60th anniversary providing competitive integrated employment opportunities, life skills, and support services to more than 2,500 individuals with disabilities each year in Maryland. Congratulations.
The clerk will call the roll.
Mr. President,
Has everyone recorded their vote? Can we make sure we get the senators from Prince George's? If all right, have we gotten everyone? Senator from the 27th, excellent. All right, clerk will take the call. Ladies and gentlemen, from Melwood, the Senate unanimously celebrates your 60 years of providing incredible employment opportunities and service to the community. Thank you so much. I believe it. We have some folks in the gallery as well who are joining, so we thank you all so much for your wonderful service and deeply, deeply appreciate everything you do. Excellent. Wonderful. All right. Other introductions? Yes, Chair recognizes the Senator from Montgomery.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to take a brief moment to recognize our committee counsel, Sandy Pop, and her daughter,
yes.
Lily, are here today watching
wonderful.
us.
Excellent.
Welcome to the Senate.
Welcome, welcome. And how old is Lily? 8. Very good. I like 8-year-olds. They're wonderful. 3rd grade? Excellent. Excellent. It's a great, fun time. Fun time. Your mom does amazing work, Lily. She does amazing work for the Senate. So, excellent. Any other introductions today? Yes, Senator from Western Maryland.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, would you give a warm welcome to the Mayor of Williamsport joining us today, Mayor Bill Green. He's up here behind me.
Oh,
Thank
wonderful.
you.
Welcome, Mayor. Welcome. Thanks for joining us today. Senator from Baltimore County and Howard County.
Thank you.
Oh,
Anne Arundel.
Anne Arundel County, and I got to get used to Anne Arundel. And
So am I. But,
fair enough, fair enough.
so I'd like to ask the body to extend a warm welcome to, we have some students from Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health, as well as our chief resident from the Preventive Medicine Program, Dr. Jade Coburn, and some graduate students up there in the front gallery. So if we could extend them a warm welcome, that'd be wonderful.
Wonderful. Welcome to the Senate. Thank you for the work you're doing. Public health, we've learned quite a bit. All of us have gotten a little minor in public health these last few years, for sure. But your work is truly, truly appreciated. All right, any other introductions? Any other introductions? If not, so we consider the reading of the journal from the prior legislative day. We have some bill introductions. This is calendar number 12. Clerk will read the bills.
Senate Bill 244, Senator Carrozza, Correctional Officers Retirement System, Special Death Benefits, Applicability, Budget and Taxation. Senate Bill 245.
Majority Leader moves so we consider the reading of the bills. We've got some bond initiatives. This is calendar number 7. Clerk will read the bond initiatives.
Senate Bond Initiatives number 7, Senator Watson, Marlton Pool Facility Improvement, Budget and Taxation. Senator Elfreth, Woodland Beach Volunteer Fire Department, Budget and Taxation.
Majority Leader moves so be considered the reading of the bond initiatives. Our next order of business here is the special order. Yes, okay, the special order. Clerk will read the special order.
Special Order number 2, Rule 116, Change in Rules. The question is on the adoption of Rule 116.
All right, Senators, this is Rule 116 of our rules. It's one that we do at the beginning to leave open in the case of a new term that there's potential change in rules that requires a majority vote. With adoption of this rule, it will go back to 3/5. Is it 3/5? 32 votes, but whatever. 3/5, I think. I can't remember if it's 2/3 or 3/5. In any case, it's in the rule book. It's in the rule book, and we held it open. Any discussion? Any discussion on adoption of Rule 116? Appears not. Are we ready for the question? So, the clerk will call the roll on Rule 116.
Mr. President,
Has everyone recorded their vote? Anyone wish to change their vote, explain their vote? If not, the clerk will take the call. With 41 votes in the affirmative, Rule 116 is now adopted, and we have our full rule book for the session. The desk is clear. That's it. We are moving along slowly but surely. Some good briefings yesterday. Saw some great questions being asked, and folks are really paying attention and tuning in, so appreciate the dedication early on of the kickoff of this term. So heavy issues this year. Yes, Chair recognizes the minority leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just we could like to bring up something. Everybody came in here on Monday and saw an executive order that was on our desk. Governor created the new Department of Service and Civic Innovation, and it's pursuant to Article 2, Section 24 of the Constitution, which allows the governor to make any changes in the organization of the executive branch. I was just hoping that maybe you could explain a little bit about the process of this executive order and the role that the General Assembly will play in this.
Right on the spot. No, no, fair. We can get an expert. It's a very fair question. It's a very kind of arcane aspect. But a new governor has the opportunity to come in at the beginning of session within the first 10 days for this executive order. My understanding is that the legislature will have to take an affirmative or negative vote on the executive order. However, there is also a bill being introduced. The administration has said that they will have a bill to be introduced to codify the executive order for the session. So while the executive order lays out the intention and allows them to start moving in the hiring and putting pieces together, there will be legislation that will, I think, go into greater depth as to what exactly the department will do, how it will function, its staffing, budgeting, and how that would work. And that would be in the hands of the legislature to work out through the session, assuming we were to move forward.
But so if a piece of legislation comes in creating this, obviously we would be able to, it would be like any other bill. We would be able to amend, change, vote in favor, or not vote in favor. But the Constitution also says that if we don't act within 50 days, the executive order becomes binding. Is that accurate as well?
It's just, that's right. Let me correct myself. Thank you. That is correct. If we don't act, it does. It's just like redistricting. If we did not act and we don't pass something to replace it, it does go into effect. So if we do not act, if we do not bring it back up, that is correct. And you know what? We'll get a writing from the AG too, and we'll send it out to the full Senate so that it's this little very, very arcane area. So let's just make sure we get it exactly right, and we'll get it out. Yeah. Any other piece of business before we? All right. If not, let's do. Oh, yes. Chair recognizes Senator from District 2. All right. Chair of Finance, committee announcements.
Good morning, Mr. President. Colleagues, Senate Finance will meet today at 1 p.m. We're continuing our informative briefings with a briefing from the Maryland Department of Health, the Maryland Board of Physicians, the Board of Nursing, and the Board of Physical Therapy Examiners, 1 p.m. in the committee room.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Chair of Education, Energy, and the Environment.
Yes, the Committee Education, Energy, and the Environment will meet today at 1 p.m. for bill hearings. We have 7 environmental bills on the calendar. Thank you, Mr. President.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Chair of Budget and Tax.
Thank you, Mr. President. At 1 o'clock today, we'll be on a virtual meeting with the Appropriations Committee, with the Fiscal Outlook. And then at 2, we have 15 bills on hearing, and after that we will have a very short one bill voting session.
Wonderful. Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Chair of Judicial Proceedings.
Thank you, Mr. President. We'd never be able to get through all that in a day. Anyway, so we will meet at our committee room at 1 p.m. for bill hearings. We have 9 bills.
Wonderful. Excellent. We're getting into it. The hearings, voting. I think this is the first voting session of the year. Look at that. B&T's going for what do we call it? The goldenrod? Not the goldenrod. We'll see. Is it goldenrod? Okay, excellent. I should know that one. We'll see if B&T wins the award this year. All right. Any other announcements, delegations, select committees? Chair of the Veterans Caucus.
Thank you, Mr. President. Veterans Caucus will meet tomorrow morning virtually at 9 a.m. We have a Permission to use the senator's name.
Senator may proceed.
Senator Stallings and Senator Giles will be handling any requests for the Senate caucus, Veterans Caucus, to hear any legislation to fall under us. So that's tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Virtual. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Senator. Senator from Western Maryland.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, today is Washington County Day. Yes. So we would appreciate you guys entertaining our home folks today. We'd like to invite everyone to come out to the Calvert House later on. As many of you are aware, Washington County Coalition is made up of the city of Hagerstown, town of Williamsport, our chamber, Greater Hagerstown, a variety of folks that all have a shared interest and try to come down here with one voice and one message. So we appreciate my colleagues here that have met with some of the individuals already and throughout the day that we'll be meeting with them. And again, please come to the Calvert House tonight. There will be another little goodie that you get if you come there this evening. So
very good.
Look forward to seeing everyone then. Thank you.
All right. I will be there. Appreciate the folks from Washington County coming down. Great stuff happening. Any other announcements, events for tonight, or things that are happening? Just a quick note, we have a number of secretaries, and our chair and vice chair of executive nominations are moving forward of trying in the scheduling process. Just encourage each senator to reach out to the senators, to the secretary nominees, to have conversations, really understand who they are, what they are planning to bring forward. One of our most important duties is the confirmation of secretaries for departments, because it's the folks that oversee a lot of the resources that will be deployed over the next few years. So just encourage individual senators, even if not a part of executive nominations, to sit down and have those meetings, because each and every vote will matter. So just think about that. And I'm sure their schedules are starting to pack up. So I've made it clear that senators have an interest in meeting with them. So have your teams reach out to schedule those meetings. All right. Any other piece of business before we adjourn? If not, clerk will call the roll for a quorum call.
Mr. President.
Has everyone recorded their presence? If so, clerk will take the call. With 41 members in the chamber and a quorum being present, Senate Maryland remains in session. Chair recognizes the President Pro Tem.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate President, I move that the Senate stands adjourned until Thursday, January 26th at 10 a.m.
Without objection, tomorrow, 10 a.m. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.